I thought this month's ritual drop was very timely, and it's really the foundation and pillar of my wellness business, where it's really helping you learn to align with what works for you, tapping into your unique design, and knowing when it comes to wellness what works for you, blocking out all the noise and the trends and focusing again on your own unique needs and design. So this month we were talking about finding your personal style, and it really struck a chord with me because I've been watching Love Story on Hulu, and I've been seeing all the TikToks and the reels and the videos and the think pieces about Carolyn Bessette-Kennedy, who in her own right was a style icon in the 90s. But people seem to be not recreating it in their own sense, but just copying it like a photocopy and wearing what she wore without putting their own flair on it, or finding out their own identity, or even looking into why she dressed that way. Why did she like it? Why was she drawn to that? So it got me thinking, this is so timely. I feel like we live in a world full of copycats, a world constantly telling us what we need to look like, what we need to be, and how to show up, but not on our own terms. So I wanted to share this month's ritual drop. It's an audio that I record and send out just to my email newsletter members. I wanted to share it here on YouTube with you to really help you out if this is something that you're struggling with when it comes to personal style, or just finding your aura and your own personality and really showing up in life on your terms based on your own unique design. If you're still here and you want to learn more, here is this month's ritual drop. Go ahead, take a listen, and then I would love to hear what you think about this, how you're approaching your own personal style or personality, or how you show up in the world. Just leave a comment below, and if you stay to the end, I have a surprise for you. I have a tool and a resource that I created for free that you can download to really help you find your own personal style using human design. One of my favorite tools. All right, here we go. Welcome to your April ritual drop. I want to start this month with a question that might feel simple on the surface, but is actually quite revealing when you sit with it. What actually feels like you? Not what looks good, not what's admired, not what seems effortless on someone else, but what feels natural, true, and aligned in your own body. Because lately I've been thinking about how easy it is to lose ourselves in what we admire, especially after watching Love Story on Hulu and seeing the renewed attention around Carolyn Bessette-Kennedy, her style, her presence, the way she carried herself. There's something about it that feels timeless, effortless, almost untouchable. And I totally understand this admiration, but watching it, I also found myself noticing something else. How quickly admiration can turn into replication. How easily we can look at someone like her and think, maybe that's the standard, or maybe that's what I should look like, or feel like, or be like. And again, there's nothing wrong with being inspired, but somewhere along the way, inspiration can quietly turn into imitation. Not because we're trying to be someone else, but because we haven't fully anchored into ourselves. So we borrow. We borrow style, we borrow energy, we borrow preferences, we borrow ways of being. And over time, it gets harder to tell what is actually you. And this is where I want you to slow down with me for a moment. Because this isn't really about Carolyn, okay? And it's not really about style. This goes deeper. Style is just the surface. This is about identity, self-trust, self-awareness. It's about whether you're living from your own internal knowing or constantly referencing something outside of you. Because the truth is, you can study someone else's image, you can admire their presence, and honestly, you can even replicate parts of what you see, but you can never replicate their essence. That comes from lived experience, from who they are when no one is watching, from their inner world, not just their outer expression. And the same is true for you. There is a version of you that already knows what she likes, what feels good, what fits, but she often gets drowned out. She gets drowned out by noise, trends, comparisons, by the quiet pressure to get it right. So instead of listening inward, we start scanning outward. What are they doing? What works for her? And again, none of this is wrong. But if it replaces your connection to yourself, that's where the disconnect begins. So this month is an invitation to return. Not to reinvent yourself, not to become someone new, but to come back to what has always been yours. To who you are, who you were and have been, your preferences, your rhythm, your pace, your way. To start noticing and asking yourself, what do I actually enjoy when no one is influencing me? What feels like relief in my body? What feels like effort or performance? Where am I choosing something because it's me? And where am I choosing something because it's admired? And can I begin to trust myself enough to choose differently? Because in a world full of imitation, the most powerful thing you can do is be deeply, unapologetically, accurately yourself. Not louder, not more polished, not more like someone else, just more honest, more attuned, more connected. You don't need a new identity. You need a deeper relationship with the one you already have. So let this be the month where you stop trying to get it right and start getting real. Where you stop asking what works and start asking what works for me. Where inspiration becomes a mirror, not a blueprint. And where you begin to honor your own design and the small choices, quiet moments, and how you show up in your own life. So just sit with that this month. Notice what comes up, notice what shifts, and most importantly, notice yourself. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I hope that helped you. Leave your comments below on your takeaways were, what you learned, if you have any tips that you can share on finding yourself, being aligned on who you are and your unique design. If you are interested in learning more about how to tap into your unique design using Human Design, one of my favorite tools, then click the link below to download your own Aura Discovery Report. This report will use your Human Design, so it takes your birth date, your birth month, and your birth year, calculates it into a body graph to tell you what works for you. And this is all based on your own personal information, so it's very personalized. It'll really help you find your personal style when it comes to what to wear, colors, textures, the vibe, the essence, the aura, and how you move through rooms, how you show up in life. So again, if you're interested in that, click the link below to download your free Aura Discovery Report. If you loved this audio and you want more, make sure to sign up for the virtual drop newsletter. Again, it comes out monthly. You'll get one of these audios delivered to you in your email box with additional tools and resources to help you along your wellness journey and finding out what works for you when it comes to navigating this crazy world we live in, whether it be showing up physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Till next time, with love and wellness, take care. Bye.